Coming up on Channel 6 News, we'll tell you why there is tension in the skies over Iraq. Plus, just in time for summer vacation, local kids have the opportunity to point and click at a local community center. Straight ahead, the governor signs a new law that will help redevelop the Electric City.
I'm Sabrina Fang. Coming up, some Guilderland residents are howling about the coyote population, and now lawmakers are trying to do something about it.
Hardcore street gangs are trying to gain a foothold here in the Capital District. I'm John Russell. I'll tell you what police are trying to do about it tonight on Channel 6 News at 11.
Now, the #1 news station in the Capital Region. This is Channel 6 News at 11.
Hello everyone, I'm Doug Lezette sitting in for Jack Aernecke. A new incident in the Persian Gulf has rekindled tensions between the United States and Iraq. Earlier today, a United States F-16 fighter fired on an Iraqi missile site after it had tracked 4 British Tornadoes patrolling in the no-fly zone. The U.S. says Iraqi radar was locked on to those British warplanes, but Iraq tells a different story. They deny the radar was activated. Defense Secretary William Cohen hopes this is just an isolated incident that will not escalate tensions with Iraq. He also says the U.S. was just trying to protect itself.
This is an act of self-defense. We believe very strongly that our aircraft and those of our friends are going to fly without being attacked or the threat of attack.
At the Pentagon, there are no plans for changing procedures in the no-fly zones. Iraq continues to argue that these regular patrols there are a violation of Iraqi airspace. A big debate is howling in the Capital Region about the coyote population. Some local lawmakers want to clear out the critters, while others say they are important to the environment. Sabrina Fang is here now and joins us with this story and the controversy behind it.
Well, Doug, some Guilderland residents have been hearing their howls. Coyotes usually stay away from people, but they have been known to eat the occasional family pet and livestock. Now some lawmakers are looking to cut down on their population. It's the call of the wild, a recording of a pack of coyotes howling into the night. But for some around the Capital Region, this noise is enough to start a debate. Some lawmakers want to get rid of these wild animals, while environmentalists point out their benefits.
The coyotes potentially spreading rabies to livestock, potentially to people.
And plus, they're an important part of the local environment. You know, primarily they eat things like small rodents. They eat mice and they eat rats and some rabbits, and they'll eat some deer.
Albany County legislator Jay Sherman says it's time to take a look at how coyotes affect our area. He wants to introduce a resolution on July 13th that allows the health department to study coyotes in the Capital Region and see if their population needs to be curbed. But opponents say trying to get rid of coyotes is a waste of taxpayer money.
Certainly coyotes on occasion will take a small dog or cat. That's going to keep on happening. They're not going to go away because somebody proposes some legislation.
Ward says people can protect their animals by building good fences, but Sherman warns it's not just small animals we need to worry about.
You also have a situation where we have kids playing in the woods. What do you do if they're riding their bicycle, they hit a tree, down they go, and they're unconscious, and now you have a pack of dogs?
There are close to 200 coyotes living among us in the Capital Region. Methods of controlling the coyote population include sterilization, relocation, and extending the hunting season beyond just winter. Opponents say their threat is exaggerated and that the coyote population is kept under control by animal diseases like heartworm, and they are often reduced to roadkill.
But as we saw and as you had to illustrate through your story, as common as they may be around here, catching one on camera is very tough, isn't it?
It definitely is.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much, Sabrina.
Welcome.
The future of downtown Schenectady gets a huge boost from the governor this afternoon. With a swift loop of his pen, he signed the Metroplex bill, making the promise of new beginnings in Schenectady a reality. Ken Screven has the story.
And today the governor left the state capitol for the Electric City to sign a bill that everyone here hopes will give the city its renaissance. It established the Metroplex Authority, a panel of leaders still to be picked, who will guide the plans for a $150 million downtown rebuilding. Under consideration is a new convention trade show center, a high-speed train rail terminal, a hotel, a multiplex movie theater, a parking garage, and an office building.
And now I will sign the bill into law.
The bill's signing was more like a re-election rally for George Pataki, with the governor getting a lot of the credit for helping steer Metroplex through the legislature. Schenectady has managed to keep breathing through the ongoing demise of GE and after the repeated failures of other plans that officials had hoped in years past would save the city. But Metroplex, using public and private dollars, is being billed as the one that could work. But even the mayor says Metroplex is not the only savior of Schenectady.
This is a step in the right direction, a major step in the right direction to getting Schenectady back on track. This in and of itself is not the answer to cure all of Schenectady's ills. Anybody who would say that this is everything's going to be perfect after this, it's not going to happen.
This is a very important new tool that's going to help Schenectady to be prepared and ready to do well in the 21st century. But it is going to require an ongoing effort to improve the economic climate, to improve the social climate, to improve the schools, and to attract the private investment. So there's, whether it's Schenectady or Troy or Albany or New York City, there is never one magic step that government can take that's going to change 100 years of economic reality.
The governor also spent a lot of time today reminding people that he is negotiating to bring nearly 600 state jobs to downtown Schenectady in the State Street area. Across the country, gang-related crime has been on the rise this past decade. Now, local police say some hardcore gangs are targeting our neighborhoods for possible future growth. And as John Russell tells us, it's a problem that police are keeping a close eye on.
Sergeant Michael Hamilton has spent the past 8.5 years on the Schenectady police force. During that time, he says he's seen hardcore gangs trying to establish a territory here.
I think it's kind of loose-knit. It's not like it is in L.A. or where they're actual gang members and they're initiated and stuff like that. I think it's just guys trying to belong to a group and saying that they're Bloods and getting tattoos and street names and stuff like that. But basically, they're just drug dealers.
Hamilton says it's not unusual for members from the Bloods, Crips, and Latin Kings to head upstate, bringing with them increased gang activity. On Monday, 27-year-old Carl Davis was arrested in Schenectady. Davis, a member of the Bloods, is wanted for murder in New York.
Arresting somebody wanted from New York City, that happens sometimes, a couple times a day.
Police say part of the problem has to do with profit.
And so that makes it more attractive for the drug dealers to come up here to drive 2 or 3 hours and make 3 or 4 times the amount of money that they could make in New York City. There's less competition up here like there is in New York City, and there seems to be more money up here for drugs.
Police say the street gangs that are here in the Capital District are certainly a lot less organized than those in the bigger cities, yet they still say it's something that needs to be looked after. And look for the help of communities and schools in keeping a nationwide problem from getting started here. In Schenectady, John Russell, Channel 6 News.
For the second time in 2 days, a teenager has drowned in Berkshire County. Police say 17-year-old Brian Keys of Pittsfield was swimming at the Wacona Falls State Park in Dalton when he drowned. He was with 2 friends near the falls around 5 tonight when he disappeared beneath the water. One of the friends called for help on 911. Investigators say the water was flowing quickly because of today's heavy rains. A Schenectady teenager is going to spend the rest of his life, or a good part of it, 40 years, for the murder of a hearing-impaired man. 17-year-old Gregory Bass was sentenced today for the murder of 37-year-old Brian Gardner of Pattersonville. Gardner was shot dead back in May of 1997 while he was driving a pickup truck on Lincoln Avenue in Schenectady.